Hi everyone, Ohayo gozaimasu. Welcome! This channel is for Japanese learners of English. Kiyomo shadowing no lesson wo yadakimasho. Listen to today's real native conversation. Focus on the rhythm and shadow along. Practice daily to master tango, bunpao, hatsuan, and rhythm. Repeat and try again tomorrow if needed. Zehi. Chanaru no toroku wo onegai shimasu. Okay, are you ready? Here we go.
Ever been in that spot where someone's explaining something and then it finally clicks? Like, aha, now I get it.
Oh, totally. That moment when the fog lifts and everything makes sense. But how do you say, aha, or now I get it in English, like a native speaker?
Exactly. It's not always a simple, I understand. There's a whole bunch of ways to show you get it, each with their own little flavor.
Right? It's like you could go with the classic I see, which is great, but what else you can do?
Well, let's start with the basics. I see is always reliable, you know? It's like the bread and butter of showing understanding.
Yeah, I see. It is neutral, it is polite, but sometimes you need a little more oomph, a little something extra.
True, and that's where I get it comes in. It's more casual, and it shows you actively grasped the idea.
I get it. Feels very conversational, doesn't it? Like,
It is.
okay, yeah, I'm following you now.
Definitely. It's like you're on the same wavelength as the person talking. And if you want to be even more emphatic, you could say, I got it.
I got it! It's like a level up from I get it.
Yeah.
It's like saying, don't worry, I'm totally on board.
Exactly. It's like you've not just understood, but you've also taken ownership of that understanding.
So beyond those, what else we can try? Something a bit different.
Right. Then there's that makes sense. It's great for when the explanation is logical and fits into place.
Oh, that's a good one. It's like saying, okay, I see the logic behind what you're saying, and it shows you're not just hearing them, but processing.
Exactly. And sometimes it's not just about understanding, but a sudden realization, right?
Oh, like a light bulb moment when it all comes together.
Precisely. And that is where you could say, ah, I see what you mean.
Ah, I see what you mean. That phrase has a nice, thoughtful tone, like you're reflecting a little bit as the info sinks in.
It does, right? It's more engaged than I see.
Yeah.
You're not just acknowledging, you're actively connecting to their perspective.
And what if we need to sound even more enthusiastic, like when a difficult concept finally makes sense?
Then you can use now I understand. Adding now emphasizes the fact that you had a learning curve before it became clear.
Now I understand is like a sigh of relief. Like, finally, I get what you've been trying to explain.
Yep. And if you're in a casual situation, you could even say, okay, I got it. That very informal and shows your L with them.
Okay, I got it. It's like, all right, let's move on. I'm ready. It's very concise.
Yeah. And sometimes a simple right, I see, works perfectly well.
Right, I see. It's like a brief acknowledgement, isn't it? It's like, okay, I'm with you. Next point.
It's like a verbal nod. It's short, but effective. And if you want to add a bit more personality to it, you can say, ah, I see what you mean.
Ah, I see what you mean. Is good because it also signals to the other person that you're listening and you care to know their viewpoint.
Exactly. It's not just about the understanding, but about connection, too. And that's so important in any conversation.
Absolutely. And it also shows that you're not just passively listening, you're actively making an effort to understand.
So whether it's a simple I see, a casual I got it, or an emphatic now I understand, there's a way to convey you get it, like a native.
It's all about choosing the right phrase for the right moment and the person you're talking to, right?
Exactly. It is about making those connections, building those bridges of communication.
So next time you feel that aha moment, you've got more than just, I see up your sleeve.
You said it. Use these and conversations will just flow so much better.
All right, we've finished today's lesson. How did you find it? 理解できない部分はありませんでしたか? Repeat and try again tomorrow if needed. Please let me know your kansa or request in the comments. ぜひチャンネルの登録をお願いします. I look forward to seeing you all again soon. See you next time. Bye bye.